All power to the people. Wait a minute. All power to the people. Y'all not serious. All power to the people. So now that we've said that, where do we go from here? That's what Dr. King asked in 1967 when he talked to the SCLC convention. Where do we go from here? He meant, where did the freedom movement go from here? It wasn't the civil rights movement, it was the freedom movement. Where does the freedom movement go from here? He said, you know, we're building a movement that's been a centuries-long struggle of black people for freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. And so he said, where do we go from here? We have to analyze things. While we've made a lot of progress in 1964, 1965 civil rights and voting rights, actually made progress. Oh, that Sunday we shed blood, so much blood on Bloody Sunday in Selma, 1965, to get the Voting Rights Act passed. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood. Save me. We did all of that to get the 64 Civil Rights Act, 65 Civil Rights. But where are we now? He said, black people in America in 1967 have half of what is good and double of what is bad. So what is wrong here? He said we have to analyze the situation and recognize that we have to dismantle the entire structure of the United States because it's rotten to the core, because he said America has to be born again. You can't fix this, it has to be born again. How will we do that? He said, we're going to launch a new step called the Poor People's Campaign. And what we're looking to do with the Poor People's Campaign is to demand a total redistribution of the wealth of the United States of America. Of course, the United States government saw him, that's right, the United States government saw him as an enemy, declared Dr. King was a communist. We said he was a black revolutionary. That's what we said. But of course, the government had made a plan already to get rid of him. And a few months later, in Memphis, Tennessee, in April of 1968, the government orchestrated the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King. By this time, in 1966, the Black Panther Party had been formed, and Huey P. Newton had come onto the stage of history, saying that the only way for freedom for black people was through revolutionary change. Revolutionary change. And Huey Newton, by this time, had also been charged with the killing of a white cop in Oakland. It was a little different than today, isn't it? This was a black man, a revolutionary, charged with killing the white cop. So we didn't go around holding our head down talking about I can't breathe. We didn't go around and said, you know, hands up, don't shoot. We didn't ask white people to think Black Lives Matter. We said, free Huey or else the sky's the limit. Free Huey or else the sky's the limit. We said off the pig. That's what we said. We said, the revolution has come, off the pig. Time to pick up the gun, off the pig. And those of us that joined the Black Panther Party and pledged our lives to the struggle of black people for liberation in America, we meant that shit. Oh yes, we meant that. And so we organized ourselves and our people to fight for freedom, our freedom. The first point of the Black Panther Party 10-point platform and program was, we want freedom, power to determine the destiny of our black community. And we knew that the only way we would find freedom in America was through revolutionary change, because the very foundation of this country, this racist, capitalist, oppressive country, was the foundation of our oppression. So it all had to go. We wanted revolutionary change, and we were the revolutionaries. I am a revolutionary. I am a revolutionary. And what do? We organized our people to fight for freedom, and we coalesced with other organizations, from revolutionary organizations from other oppressed groups, with the American Indian movement, with the Brown Berets, with the Young Lords, with the Red Guard, with the Gray Panthers, with people fighting for environmental justice, people fighting for gay liberation. This was one struggle. It was a struggle for the liberation of all oppressed peoples. Now, there was a brother named Bunchy Carter who started the Southern California chapter of the Black Panther Party, where I joined the party before I became the only woman leader of the Black Panther Party. And Bunchy Carter wrote a poem that gave full expression to what we meant with our commitment. And he said, it was called Black Mother. He said, Black Mother, I must confess that I still breathe, though you are not yet free. What could justify my crying start? Forgive my coward's heart, but blame me not the sheepish me. For I've been sleeping in a deep, deep sleep, and I be hazed and dazed, and vipers fester in my hair. Black Mother, I curse your drudging years, the rapes, heartaches, sweat, and tears, but that cannot redeem the fact you cried in pain. I turned my back and ran into the Myers fog and watched while you were dogged and died 1,000 deaths. But I swear on siege night, dark and gloom, a rose I'll wear to honor you. And when I fall, you'll be free. And I, a man, for a slave of natural death who dies, can't balance out to 2 dead flies. I'd rather be without the shame, a bullet lodged within my brain, Black Mother. And so we organized our people, and we created survival programs. You know them. Survival Pending Revolution, the free breakfast program. A lot of you probably ate at the free breakfast program. We had free food program, free busing to prison, free housing, free shoes, free clothing, because we wanted to provide for our people's basic needs, but educate to liberate under the slogan, Survival Pending Revolution. And we coalesced with other groups. In addition to those brown berets, we coalesced with freedom fighters throughout the continent. And the continent here would be Africa, by the way, when we speak about the continent. We coalesced with ZANU in Zimbabwe, and the MPLA in Angola, and FRELIMO in Mozambique, and the PAC in South Africa, and the PLO and the PFLP in Palestine. And we fought. And we created these programs, and the United States government came to deem the Black Panther Party the greatest threat to the internal security of the United States. And J. Edgar Hoover said, we're not worried about the Panthers and their little puny guns, because the United States is strapped like a mother, isn't it? They're not walking around here talking about they're worried about our guns. They said that's that butter they're spreading, that anti-government propaganda through those survival programs, feeding these children, all of them learning about revolution. They got to go. So they attacked us with everything they had. Assaulted our offices and our homes with police, with SWAT teams that had just been invented for us. And they attacked our members and put us in prison forever. And they murdered our members. And so we fought anyway until the weight of the government's agenda brought us down. Now, what has happened between then and now? Have we let the flame of the struggle of black liberation die in favor of our own little individual struggles for our identity? Not even we anymore? Is it all about whether I have a problem? Are we all about our gender identity, our sexual identity, and forgetting that we are together as oppressed people that need to get back on the freedom train, get back to the liberation of black people, get back to the struggle, and make all this talent work for something for our people? And so when we look for the, thank you, when we applaud each other, because we're going to get back on the freedom train. Maybe we're going to resurrect the panther and the spirit of the panther. And so when we look back and we look at today, we say, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? We got to organize for freedom. We got to come together. As the beautiful George Jackson said, settle your differences. Settle your differences. And come together to fight for freedom. Because we have what? We have the power. We have the power among us that when we decide we want to rise up and change everything, we will do that. And you know why we have the power? Because all power belongs to the people. All power belongs to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.
Y'all turn up, what's up? Shout out to Elaine Brown, shout out to Kirbyno. It's 22G's from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Sniper the Blinky. Long live the fallen Blinkies too. Long live Nick Blicky. Long live Theo Blicky. Long live Lou Blick. Okay. Yeah, y'all tune in. Swirl. Blicky the Blicky the Blicky the Blicky the Blicky. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Long live Nick RP, little pipe gang, gang, that's brick. Been through 2 sticks, I second the Sprite shit gon' get stick. Woke up, no mask, get tagged up, spinning with Taliban sweaters and shit. Face shot the door, open the casket, shooter gon' spin some busy. Niggas ain't active, dissing on stores till we whack them, now look who's laughing. Spinning the stove, you hop out the car with the badge, you're hosting this fashion. And that boy just a rapper, catch him in traffic, won't get a pass, he's lacking. Back door for the back end, they left him gas, go to your shooter like. Only kids, your troops made a line of this slots in the mansion for slapping. Louis up there, no true, that bitch that you wife and she average. Kinda hard to believe we selling this cash, these niggas be capping. Give to my fucking jacket, children, I'm the GOAT, gotta drive in a boat, act bad. She classy, in the scope, he got caught in the scope too bad. He lacking, Stepper gon' aiming and knocks where his wig is. Stepper gon' up it, hit him in the stomach, niggas still caught, spinning. Long live Blue Blake, RP, Lil Pipe, gang, gang, that's Blake. Spin through 2 sticks, I take it, Sprite shit, don't get stick. Woke up, no mask, get tagged up, spinning with Taliban swirls and shit. They shot, they can't open the casket, shooter gon' spin till he busy. Long live Blue Blake, RP, Lil Pipe, gang, gang, that's Blake. Gang, gang. Spin through 2 sticks, I take it, Sprite shit, don't get stick. Woke up, no mask, get tagged up, spinning with Taliban swirls and shit. They shot, they can't open the casket, shooter gon' spin till he busy. Gang, sniper the Blicky, the Blicky, the Blicky. Hey yo, what's up? Y'all lit? What's up? What's going on? We outside? Make some noise, turn this shit up. Yeah! Gang, gang, gang. Sniper the Blicky, the Blicky, the Blicky. My boys outside, dripped in all white. How we looking? Talk to us nice. What's up? On gang. Shout out Kodak Black. Shout out Cultivated. We outside. TD for the fun shit. Sniper the Blicky, the Blicky, the Blicky, the Blicky. Gang, gang, gang. Bop, 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 bop. When I get the swerving on them, spinning the curb up on them, sending Suburbans on them, lurking on them, ain't no service for them. I'm on a mission for them. Sniper gang, got the vision on them. Never speak to go to prison for them. Run around, drunk, dirty. Blood dripping on them. Pussy nigga when it gets the gang, you know that's the penalty is death, take his last breath, bullet burning like I'm from bacon, niggas. Never mind the hating, I'm a general, nigga. I'm about to put an end to you niggas. Niggas fuck your baby mama, spit the boy your money, all you do is fuck. You was with this gang banging, you was trying to be like 22. I'm responsible for all you niggas. I'm the realest nigga, tell the truth. And I know I might alarm you. Nobody thinks you a Don Q. 30 round knocking off a limb, maybe leg head plus an R2. I can look into your eyes, know you never been on it. Some niggas be bitchin', never really get put in that ditch, and now it's mama. Put out that hit and now we gotta. This shit ain't no diss, ain't no Tory Lane. I pull out that hit and he know me. You don't want these blicky niggas parked inside a high bridge. Look what I did. Got the ladder hanging out the stick, looking like a high bridge. You could fuck real right. Y'all can suck a dick and get killed too. Y'all know damn well who got y'all mans hit. Even cool the blood against spirit too. Killing niggas, then I rap about it like I'm Melly, nigga. Ain't no shit that you can tell me, nigga. Murder on my mind, is you ready, nigga? I'm a petty, nigga. Can't compare my shit to none of these. Not JD, nah, and especially not that snitch, nigga. Gang, gang, gang. And especially not that snitch, nigga. Gang, 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 gang. Shout out Pyer Morse, man. You going crazy. Y'all gonna see my face a lot. Gang, gang, gang. Brooklyn, what's up? NYC, what's up? Queens, Bronx, Staten Island. What's up? We outside, right? Yeah. Turn this shit up. Let's get it. Shout out Pyer, man. New drip in town. I see what the fuck going on. Go pop up. Yeah, man. That's how we move. Gang. Gang. Hey. Hey. Twirl. 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 My stepper gon' brush him if I press the button to drip in the scalpel. The blick in the double came with a muzzle, so why would I touch him? Diamonds dancing flooded, we done turned up into something. Niggas be capping, bluffing, tweet that's the only a pumping. What's all the tension? Try to run over the drip and then give me a mention. Switch up, bench him, trees at the drop, we gon' pull up with blickies and drench him. Look at these actors, dropping the bricks, ain't never spin talent. Spinning for rappers, what's the chances that he got us ratchet? It's gon' be a disaster, he ain't no stepping that boy in fashion. Stop it like Captain, April's mata, cabbage, he in a casket. Gang gon' whack him, he made a diss trying to get a reaction. Came with the catch, I'm crashing, my whole gang spit up for the back end. Disrespectful, pull up to the fender, spinning the corbin. Put some more shots in his mouth, that he can't see his face, that fall like talking. Headshot, he gon' make it, his brains on the pavement, no weeks, no statement. My killers ain't taking no payment, they send it for free. That nigga try to jump a diss, RP, low pine, pull for that drip. Oh, we know run down, go skits, so I'm gonna catch him back and they hopping out the whip. See all the hate through these parties. Put that crush on with a party. Now some Migos don't sip over Cardi. Rippin' Brooklyn like Biggie and Hardy. Grab an A out with the scope, pull up with coach, now he goes. Kill an op to make a toast. Kill an op to crush, he drops the rope. Snap him sticking and glazing. Clip can't see it through just like Dizzy. Bullies gon' spit till it's dizzy. Spotted man, how about the Ritzy? Catch a body, then hit up the trooper. I got 22 clips in the Couture. Back then used to block out the Uber. Over scooter, the maneuver. Can't respond to no nigga, that game is so cool up. Goofies, niggas stole on the trip back like they never knew us. Got a bad yellow bitch that aligned from Cuba. She gon' swing me to Adam, we woke up and smoking like hookah. Niggas ain't spinning shit, they just type of computers. And my last name Blake, so I'm picking a tool up. Gang, 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 my stepper gon' brush him if I press the button to drip these up. The blick in the double came with a muzzle, so why would I touch him? Why would I touch him? Diamonds dancing flooded, we done turned up into something. Niggas be capping, bluffing, that's a whole thing of muffin. My stepper gon' brush him if I press the button to drip these up. The blick in the double came with a muzzle, so why would I touch him? Why would I touch him? Diamonds dancing flooded, we done turned up into something. Niggas be capping, bluffing, got the whole thing of muffin. That's a whole thing of muffin. What's up? I need this shit activated. Back y'all phones up. Gang, gang, gang. Sniper, blicky, 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 blicky. Gang, gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Twirl, twirl. Twirl. Yo, y'all go download that Blicky Tape 2. Our old platforms now. On Gang. Twirl. They turning up. Youngest in charge of this shit though. Know what's up. Flatbush, we here. Brooklyn. H Block. Field. Harvey. Man. Sniper the blicky, the blicky, the blicky. Twirl, twirl. Twirl, twirl. Gang, gang, gang. Put your mask on. Try to spin that block. Your mask gon' shot, Joe tryna run, hit that far. This bro try to spin that block, can't go switch that car. Kill out, I would big, get blasted, when they gon' spin that chart. Hanging out all black suburban, he gon' hit that target. All out of shot like his face, so spin through and hit out the window with the drink though. Back when he was in the club, none of my kids got some stuff in the peso. I woke him up in the chainsaw, nigga, I found the Trey, oh, ain't gonna shoot, why the fuck is it for? Run up on Benny, catch Benny, that's Benny. I'm the bitch who takes that zip. Hang on. Bang in the spot, get Benny, your daddy. Bustin' the 40s, killing you. Don't give a party. That's a piñata, I'm mata, she at the party. Fuck the we laugh, to that head, get beat up like Marley. If I'm not on the ace, then I'm in the fair zone. 30 take down me on the bodies. Spin your hood and kill anybody. If you missing the man, he's got him. He ain't never we paralyze him. Can't. Put in your mask, go stretch, don't try to grind in with that car. Just don't try to spin that black, and gang or switch that car. Kill an outboard, they couldn't last their way, what's on that charge? Hanging out all black and burning, you don't get that charge. I'm a honest young nigga. You don't get that charge. I'm a honest young nigga. You don't get that charge. I'm a honest young nigga. You don't get that charge. I'm a honest young nigga. Try to run it with that ball. I'm a honest young nigga in the city. I'm a honest young nigga in the city. Water whipping on the stove, pussy nigga, I'ma go. Nigga be busy, can't handle the punch and the switch, and I keep backing up. Shoot out the Florida, you know the story, bro. I was locked up in a maximum. Cause these niggas killers is blicky niggas, what these pussy niggas be asking them. Oh, we care about the spinning, ain't no ridiculous, working up and blasting them. When it's warm, I'm non-stop. Keep on walking in the blind spot. Rondo on this quarter, triple double. But we hit that with 9 shots. Now you think, fuck. Body in the palm box. Do my niggas, fuck the muzzle. That's what happened when we find ops. Niggas laying down the city, vouching for cities, but I'ma keep it lit. Niggas closest thing to pain, letting them be. I see Q&A, boy, you like some big, and it gon' be big. I see Fetty Luciano, hit him with a hollow, yeah, I keep it big. I'm posted up with this chop, and I'm feeling like pop. Catch a case, go to court. I'm riding around with this blick, and I'm feeling like big. I'm the king of New York, never snitch, never told. Never bitch, never fold. Yeah, water whipping on the stove. Pussy nigga, I'm a go. Twirl. Hey yo, shout out Pyer once again. Shout out everybody that came out. Definitely crazy. Yeah, twirl. Shout out Atlantic Records. King of New York. I'm posted up with this chop, like pop. Catch a kids go to court. I'm riding around with this blick and I'm feeling like big. Gang.